Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra, and with me somebody very, very special, Mr. Musk. Well, it's not Elon Musk, but his father, Mr. Errol Musk. Warm welcome to India, and thank you so much for joining in. What brings you to India, sir, and what are the things that you're most excited about here?
Well, you know, mostly I'm excited to just be in India. It's something I should have done a long time ago. And yeah, it's just absolutely wonderful to be here. But I'm here at the invitation of a very progressive electrical engineering company. I'm an electrical engineer.
Yeah.
And they are doing the thing that is so important these days, and that is learning new and better ways to store and charge electricity, green electricity, and store it and transmit it and save every electron, let's put it like that way, which that's what we have to do. And this particular market is expected to grow tenfold in the next 5 years.
Yes.
You know, so,
and in India, how do you see India's push for EV, clean energy?
Very good.
And
Brilliant.
What are you excited about in India, apart from Servotech as well? Where do you see India growing when it comes to the EV push, to the clean energy space as well?
Well, I think India is now doing everything it can to push for electric vehicles and green energy and generation of energy in a less damaging way. So you have a very enlightened government, and so I can't. It couldn't be better. It's really good. Everything looks really good.
Okay.
And you can tell from the mood of the people.
Yes.
You know, when things are good.
So you're already lining up to meet with the government officials, business industrialists as well. Could you let us know what is the agenda with which you're meeting the government?
I haven't been given any specific agenda, but and I came to see this Servotech, and so that's the main thing. And then I'm also what I am wanting to do is go and see a temple that is very a Ram temple. You know, it's very interesting to me. And India's history fascinates me, and it should fascinate anyone.
Yes. What are the Indian things you've tried yet? Have you tried any food items? Have you tried anything Indian, so to speak?
Well, you know, in the world today, you can go to places where I live, or in the United States, where I go quite a lot, and you can go to Indian restaurants.
Yes.
So it's not as though you need to go to India.
Yes.
And you can sample, you know.
Have you tried to learn a little bit of language in Hindi language?
Oh, I have, yes. Yes, I have. I've learned one thing.
What?
I don't want to try it out.
Namaste.
What's
Okay.
it again?
Let's talk about your son, Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Everybody really, thinks about him as the tech mogul, one of the leading visionaries in the innovation world right now. Tell me, how was he in the growing up years? What is the kind of things that you noticed in his early years that really thought that, you thought that, he's going to be becoming the person that he is today?
Well, I have two sons, and they're both very successful. And the one was very into the technical computer world. The other one was very into making food. So both of them have been extremely successful. And the younger one has many thousands of food outlets. And that's Kimball. And then Elon, he's a lot like me. I was fascinated by Sputnik and, atomic explosions and so forth. And we grew up in that world. We spoke about it all the time. The boys grew up with me after their mother and I separated.
Yes.
So we were doing that all the time. We traveled together. What was he like? Two easiest children you could ever have. But then I did travel a lot. So they had a little sister that came with. So I had to rely on them from a very early age. So by the time they were 12, they'd been to most of the major cities in the world.
What are the lessons that you imparted in him when he was growing up?
Well, to be responsible, really. And parents, I gave them responsibility from a very early age. But you have to use a little care, but I made sure that they felt responsible.
How do you feel when they say that you're the father of the world's richest person?
Well, I don't think we see it like that. Even if you ask Elon, he'd say, I think I'm 5 years behind where I should be, And we don't see it like that. We see it more, are we making a difference, And we have our disappointments just like anybody else. You know.
Okay. What is the project that really touched your heart that he worked upon? Was it Tesla? Was it Starlink? Was it SpaceX? What were you most proud of that he created?
Well, I worked at SpaceX right in the beginning when he first said he wants. I was living in LA, and he said to me he's thinking of building a rocket. And we went together. At the time, I used to make rockets as a child myself, toy rockets, you know, little things. And at the time, well, he just sold PayPal. So I took him quite seriously. So we went and found an old warehouse in LA, and we started cleaning it up. My job was to try and clean it up, this somewhat tatty warehouse, which today, it looks like a hospital inside.
Okay.
You know, and they made the film Iron Man in it. Yeah, no, so what has made me most interested, all of the things they do is very interesting to me. I'm telling them nowadays that they need to move on to a new thing. We need to understand gravity. You know, rockets and all that are fine, but they're not going to, in my opinion, other people will shoot me down, they're not going to get us to Mars. Interplanetary travel in a rocket is not a good idea. If you've ever been across the ocean in a little yacht, which I've done many times, then you have some idea what that is like. And so I tell them we need to study gravity. We need to study space-time travel. You know, where you see it in the movies, you know, and Star Wars and, you know, all that sort of thing. You see the future. But unless we can understand gravity and unless we can understand space-time travel, which we will understand in due course, when we get down to it, we're not going to be able to do the things we see in the movies.
Absolutely. Last one question will be on Trump. You know, everybody's talking about him. I want to understand from you as a businessman, as an entrepreneur, what do you think about Trump policies right now, the tariff policies that everybody's talking about?
Very good. Everybody's going to benefit from it. Everybody's going to benefit. We have the so-called leading country in the world, led now by a businessman. And Elon is a businessman. Elon's not going to leave the government.
He has, but...
No, he's not going to leave. No, they say he's not going to leave.
He's not going to leave?
No. And...
You've been a politician yourself.
I have, yes. You see, once you experience that level of things, it's very hard to go back to sorting switches or whatever it is you did before, you know. No, he'll still be there. And Trump has said he's not going anywhere. So, no, we have... a leading country led by the right people now, not by career politicians who've never sold a hamburger or something like that. You know, we have proper people now. So we can only look forward to good things.
Okay. Yeah, yes. All the very best to you. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to speak to you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.